This is a walk-around video of the new Bale King 7450 bale processor. The 7450 is a chain and slat style processor. It's got 2 bale capacity, round bales, 6-foot diameter, with optional 3 bale capacity. We baled both chain and slat style processors as well as twin bale roller processors. Both of them have their advantages, but the advantages of the 7450 are ease of operation. The chain conveyor's just got a lot of traction. It'll handle various different kind of bale types. Usually you can just start the rotor, start the chain conveyor, and it'll just smoothly put out the entire bale. No reversing, no extra complication. And the next advantage is the ease of twine removal. These styles of processors, they have an offset rotor where the rotor's right off to the driver's side. And when you open the access door, the rotor's right there, right at waist height, right wide open and easy to cut net off the rotor. So the 7450's got a lot of improvements from just from testing and customer feedback over the years. Compared to the earliest 7400s, it's got a larger tub volume. We were able to expand the tub internally without making the whole machine wider. And this just gave it more room for larger bales or loose bales that tend to expand once the net's cut. Next, we've redesigned the gearbox mount on the output gearbox. The new style is rubber mounted, which just helps absorb vibration from the rotor and prolong gearbox life, seals and bearings. Next, the 7450's got an upgraded rotor. So it still uses the Bale King exclusive X rotor, but this particular rotor is larger diameter on the rotor itself with shorter flails. So the larger rotor just gives it a stiffer structure, it's a stronger rotor, and the shorter flails help reduce overall vibration levels. The flails are also new on the 7450, other than just length. They're now hardened steel, which they just do a good job of maintaining their edge. There's been some changes on the tub as well. The slug bars are all newly redesigned for this model. They're different material, they're mounted a little differently, and they're flexible for a variety of different bale types, and they're a little more forgiving to foreign material in your bales like rocks or roots or things like that. The conveyor sprockets are also different. They've got a different tooth profile. It's a larger tooth, and the relief holes in the slats are larger, which just helps keep the sprockets cleaner in wetter, stickier conditions. And then on a more minor note, the fork tines are about 5 inches longer now, and that's just for more bale security and ease of loading when you're loading on uneven ground. So those are some of the new features of the 7450. Now we'll just come back up front and look at some of the standard features. So we start with the cast hitch. There's an optional clevis insert for straight drawbar tractors, adjustable in height, and that just keeps your forks at the right angle for proper loading. Safety chains are standard, as well as road lights. 1000 RPM drive line. It's a CV joint on the front, and there is shear bolt protection on the back. Up here we've got an adjustable hose holder. We've added more height adjustment for this year, and that just helps you keep the hydraulic hoses off the PTO shaft. The front rack is well screened. The middle's open for visibility purposes, and we also leave the left-hand side open, or it's the right-hand side open. That's just because the tractor mirror looks right through that gap, and it does a good job of improving visibility on the road for behind you, even with a load of bales. Down here is the hydraulic motor that runs the chain conveyor. It's a large motor, high torque, and there's an optional flow control kit if your tractor doesn't have flow control. conveyor speed is very important for setting the machine properly. A fast chain speed will be way overly aggressive, so we do offer means to slow that down if your tractor flow controls are not adequate or not working properly. Down here we've got a pair of gearboxes to run the rotor. These are large gearboxes, large oil volume, so they can run cool in warmer temperatures for long hours. If you're in orchards, mulching or roadside mulching or applications like that. All of the machine adjustments are on the driver's side, so they're just right out the door and easy to get at. The outer adjustment here adjusts the slug bars in or out on the bottom, and this is used for controlling the speed or aggression of the core of the bale. The inner lever adjusts the height of the bottom deflector, so there's 4 position adjustments on there. And a little decal here to show what they do. Coming around here, this is the upper hoop adjustment. We call them hoops or slug bars. They've got various names. This adjustment, alongside the chain speed adjustment, is your primary aggression adjustment. It'll control the speed of the bulk of the bale as it goes through. So the X rotor is exclusive to Bridgeview, and several advantages. Number one being ease of twine removal. As twine or net wraps around the rotor, it creates a pocket in behind, which gives you room to work with a knife or whatever tool you choose to cut net off. It's by far the primary advantage. Secondly, the rotor, it's shaped like a fan, so it creates more wind speed, which works well for bedding or for roadside maintenance or things like that. And third, most rotors are made out of pipe, and when the flails hit something hard, they'll slat back. With the X shape, the pocket gives the flail more room to hinge back before it hits anything, and a lot of times it'll start swinging back out as the load releases. So it creates a quieter rotor and minimizes metal fatigue from excessive collisions. Down here you can see the slots, and that's for an optional fine chop kit, which is a set of knives that you can either fully retract, half engage, or fully engage. And it just helps for long stemmy material to chop it up for better digestion. Flipping the door up, so it's a very heavy door, and we've got very large latches, so they're durable, they're not going to vibrate and crack on you. Coming around here, we've got large flotation tires. These are 16.5, 16.1 tires, so they'll keep the machine up and out of the muck in muddy spring conditions. The fork tines we use straight tines on Bale Kings. We prefer them. They seem to be more forgiving if you back into a bale a little bit crooked, or if there's snow packed under the bale. They don't tend to skew the bale very much, so it provides just a little bit easier loading. We offer an optional backup camera kit. This machine's not equipped with it, but it mounts on the axle right between these fork slides. So it's a highly recommended option. It just gives you perfect visibility of the bale when you're backing up. It's especially valuable if you've got the 3-bale kit in a situation where you pick up 2 bales from one stack and then you have to move to a second one to pick up your 3rd bale. The tractor mirrors don't really do a great job when there's 2 bales blocking your view, but the backup camera just, you never miss. You always get the bale, you never have to worry about it. The forks, kind of in their default mode, they're built for a 5 or 6 foot diameter bale, but you can just pull 2 pins and move them to their inner slots, and then they're good for more like a 4 foot diameter bale. Coming in a little closer, both forklift cylinders are on pilot operated check valves, so it takes hydraulic oil pressure to lower the fork. It's just a safety feature. It's an automatic cylinder safety lock. Coming around here, We keep our tighteners for the chain conveyor right out in the open, and you've got lots of room to turn a wrench to make these any adjustments. Looking in the tub, we run deep full-length channel iron slats, so there's pretty well full coverage in the tub for good clean out. There's no dead spots. We run 1/2 inch thick UHMW slide rails for the slats, so they're extra thick. They've got really good wear life, and we find that they don't warp as much in the sun. It's a triple conveyor chain, 2080 roller chain. And the sprockets, the drive shaft and idler shaft are one-piece shafts. So it basically allows us to put the tighteners out on the front of the machine, front and back, for ease of tension adjustment. The hoops alternate high and low, and they bolt on with 3 bolts apiece, and they're mix and match, so you can match it for either like a silage bale or just a loose straw bale. Coming back down here, the machine is right-hand discharge, so it's nice and comfortable to run. All the functions are on the same side as your tractor controls. The main deflector is hydraulic, so you can lift and lower the deflector for bunk feeding or bedding or spreading straw. Or if you just need to lift it to get through a gate, you just pull a lever in the cab and your deflector raises. It comes with a 24-inch rubber flap on it, and it's a kind of a dual purpose flap. So when it's up like this, it's for spreading straw. Underneath, we've shaped the sheet metal so that it's a nice curved surface, and then by raising and lowering the deflector, you've got perfect aim of where you're placing your straw, which works good if you're trying to get straw into like a calf shed or something like that. But when you want to windrow your feed, you just flip the deflector down. It locks up front, and it makes a nice windrow for you. That's the main deflector cylinder. As far as hydraulics, we've got kits available for various different types of tractors. The machine runs standard on 3 remotes. There's the chain conveyor, the deflector, and the fork. But if you add like a 3-bale kit, it takes the 4th remote, so then you may or may not need to add a valve kit to reduce it down to 3 remotes again. Looking underneath, on this end of the chain conveyor, we've got it's a clean out door, so you pull 2 latches, and this door, it's about 1 foot wide, will lower, and you can clean chaff or straw or a rock or something out there easily. We've kept the throat of the machine wide open with a short bottom deflector, and that's just to minimize plugging in wet, snowy conditions. The bottom deflector is adjustable with 4 different heights, so you can either blow the straw out straight or lift it up if you're trying to bunk feed or windrow. Down here, we've got a little rest for the PTO shaft when it's parked, just to keep it up and out of the muck. And all Bale Kings are sandblasted and powder coated for final finish. It's an ultra durable powder coat, and it's got really good UV resistance and abrasion resistance, so it'll keep your machine looking good for a long time. I hope I've been able to answer some of your questions on the new Bale King 7450. If you have any more questions, please, by all means, give one of our dealers a call. Our dealers are listed on our website at www.bridgeviewmanufacturing.com, or give us a call or send us an email, and we'll be glad to help. Thank you.